So today I want to talk about mudras. So there's so much that we can access through this whole science of mudras. So mudras means a seal. It's hand gestures that we do in our yoga practice. And if you've been to any of my classes, you know how I love using mudras because there's so much, like I said before, we can access through this mudra power. They're also ritualistic gestures that are taken in the Hindu and Buddhist traditions. So today I just want to kind of, highlight maybe 2 or 3 mudras that can be essentially beneficial for people who have problems with sleep. So the amazing thing about mudra is it's believed that the assumption that, our hands are so closely connected to our brain. So there is this activation through neural pathways because different parts of our hand correspond to different certain centers in the brain and also in the body. And the yogis also believe that, all the energies that are present outside in nature are present within us as well. And when we take these hand gestures, we are, awakening, stimulating, balancing these elemental energies that are within the body as well. It is working on a very subtle layer of our being. So we really have to approach this with a sense of devotion, a sense of openness to this practice. Like I said, it's a highly reformed form of even asana. So when you start to incorporate mudras, and also, when you're doing it in terms like if you're moving to a certain health challenge or doing it specifically for, say, insomnia or, maybe high blood pressure as we use in yoga therapy and Ayurveda, you want to practice it daily. You want to center, ground yourself. It's very beneficial when you do it along with pranayama, sitting in meditation. You want to activate your hands, so maybe just rubbing the palms of your hands first, creating some energy, activating, stimulating those meridians, and then just kind of opening your whole body, opening the the energy centers in the body to receive the energy through the hands as we sit for mudra practice. For what I'm going to talk about today, if you're doing it for sleep issues, you can also do it. You can do it lying down before you go to bed for maybe 10-15 minutes, or you can do a little small practice before. You can also incorporate it in like Shavasana or lying down in Baddhakonasana, like a butterfly pose, reclined butterfly pose. So there are a lot of ways that we can apply mudra practice to really balance, calm the mind, find health, vitality, and become in charge of our own health. So for today, let's just briefly go through my favorite 3 for sleep. So Gyan Mudra, where you take the tips of the index finger and thumb, lightly touching, and the other 3 fingers are relaxed and stretched out. You can rest your hands on your lap. Again, this mudra is really balancing for the brain. It brings calmness in the body and the mind. You breathe in. Sometimes it's nice to take some long exhalations. Again, that helps the nervous system relax. So sometimes if we are really anxious, the long exhalations coupled with these mudras can aid in us falling into a nice deep sleep. So Gyan Mudra is one of my favorites. The other one is Prana Mudra. So for Prana Mudra, you take the tip of your thumb and the last 2 fingers. So the tips gently touch and the first 2 fingers stay lightly extended. So that's Prana Mudra. Prana again is life force energy. So it really helps with the immunity of your whole body. It calms our eyes. You can direct the flow of prana, which is life force energy, throughout your body as you take this mudra. So Prana Mudra, again, very essential. And if you couple Prana Mudra right after Gyan Mudra, it's very effective for insomnia. And then just one more, which is Shakti Mudra. So for Shakti Mudra, we're going to take the thumb and just take it to the edges of your first 2 fingers, and you will allow the first 2 fingers to fold over your thumb. Very light fist over here. And then the tip of the last 2 fingers gently touch, taking your hands together like this. You can keep it close to your navel center or your heart center. Remember, you can stay seated, breathing in, breathing out. Again, Shakti is vital energy. It's powerful. Again, a beautiful mudra. If you have any physical or emotional, trauma that can cause us to be anxious, this mudra helps to calm the brain. Again, one of the things that will help us release any of that tension before we fall into a beautiful night rest. So try out these mudras, and like I said, you want to do them like maybe 2 or 3 times in the day for at least 10 to 15 minutes each time you sit, or even if you're lying down for rest, or just gonna do these mudras and allow yourself to open and see how it shows up for you, how you start to feel after you practice them. Hope you enjoyed this and give it a try.